Serhiy Orlov is the deputy mayor of Mariupol. We've reached him just outside the city. Hi, Mr. Orlov. Thank you very much for making time for our program. Again, we spoke last week, and obviously the conditions in Mariupol were just awful. Has there been any kind of improvement at all?
No, hello. The situation decreased from that period, so we still are in the full blockade from Russian troops, and without any utility. We still have lack of water, lack of food, lack of medicine, and lack of safety. So each day takes off a lot, hundreds of life of our citizens, and a lot of damages were done by cities. So the situation is awful, and it becomes worse and worse.
Is there any, or have you been in contact with anyone, or has anyone given you the sense that there might be any openings of humanitarian corridors at all in the future?
We on full contact, and we as a city council provide this humanitarian column Convoy, which is moving from Zaporizhia to Mariupol. But today is our 8th attempt and 3rd day when this humanitarian convoy, which went from Zaporizhia to Mariupol, is going to reach Mariupol. So it's 3rd day, and this day this convoy went 0 kilometers. So it started in Berdyansk and it's finished this day in Berdyansk. It's not allowed from Russian troops to reach Mariupol because of shelling, bombing, because of some mined roads, and there is no still confirmation from Russian side, and negotiation we know at the moment are continuing, and our people are suffering without this water, without food. Humanitarian situation is really awful.
You mentioned those negotiations, and they're to resume. I believe there's some talks to resume tomorrow. Is helping Mariupol, is that a central part of the negotiations? Do you know what kind of conversations have gone on with the Russians who have devastated this city so much?
The negotiation goes on national level, so there are participants from Ukrainian side. It's Vice Minister Vereshchuk and Governor of Donetsk region Pavlo Kirilenko, other participants from Ukrainian side, and they negotiate, and I know the negotiation will continue even this night, and we hope to see some good news in the very morning.
Have you heard, I know last week we spoke, you had not had any communication, I think it was your parents and your brother. Have you heard from your family at all?
Unfortunately, no, and I even have only a hope that they are alive, because that part of our city does not exist anymore.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you worried at all about yourself? Are you a target, do you think?
It could be. I don't think about it. I think about a lot of voices that we hear, that we communicate with Mariupol. Unfortunately, we cannot find to a lot of them. A lot of people are asking, please help for the address like this, please help. Today were a lot of phone calls by mothers. They are calling and just asking, my child does not have food, what should I do? And unfortunately, we don't have answer for them. So our answer is that we trying to move this humanitarian convoy and trucks with food, with medicine, with children food, but unfortunately we are not able to reach because of Russia does not allow to provide these goods to Mariupol, and together within Convoy we have buses to evacuate our citizens, but it's also impossible. Yesterday in Mariupol we had an awful bombing and airstrikes, so we calculated that it was 22 airstrikes and about 100 bombs, big unmanaged bombs, was put on Mariupol, and it's crazy situation, and they're just flattening the city. And I don't know, but I have a dream and pray for that it was possible tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the president of your country will address Canada's Parliament. And I'm wondering what your message to Canadian politicians might be right now.
I want that everyone know that we continue. So two weeks ago, more than 2 weeks ago, we were a peaceful country. And up to 24th of February, we thought only of development. We just approved the strategy of our city for 2030. And we're dreaming about big project, airport, medical campus, new gardens. So we were very happy of being Ukrainian and to live in free democratic Ukraine. But after Putin invasion and this war, everything has happened. And we do our best to protect our lives, and we know that Ukrainian army is very strong and very brave, and they are defeating our city. And we absolutely sure that they will fight for the last ballot. But the most wishes of our citizens is to provide this humanitarian help, water. They don't have water, they don't have food, and this is a humanitarian issue. And we ask all the society to help us to set up such a humanitarian corridor to Mariupol. And other one, we clearly understand that the only aim of Putin and his army is to take Ukraine without Ukrainians. So what is happening in Mariupol is not even war crimes, it's genocide. I cannot imagine how it's possible to bomb with unmanaged bomb maternity hospital. How is possible to bomb the turns which are 200 meters long? People are staying to buy some food in one magazine. In Mariupol, only one magazine is working for 400,000 citizens, and they shell to this turn. I cannot imagine such war crimes, and we're absolutely sure that we hate the genocide. And that's why our claim, our wishes is, our necessity is to have weapon to protect our lives against airstrikes, against attacks from the air. I mean anti-missile, anti-aircraft weapon. And we ask for further support for Ukraine and to give us opportunity to protect our lives against aircrafts and bombing.
Okay, Deputy Mayor Orlov, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time this evening. As always, we're thinking of you and we're thinking of your family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.